The following broadcast is a copyrighted production of the DHN Media Group. Any non-personal retransmission of this broadcast without the express written consent of the DHN Media Group is hereby prohibited.
We're live from the Big Apple on a Saturday night. This is Delaware Hockey Night Radio. Delaware and NYU square off. The Hens looking to come out of Manhattan with a split on the weekend, and it's all coming at you live on Delaware Hockey Night Radio. A most pleasant good evening to you wherever you may be. Welcome into Delaware Hockey Night Radio. On the radio side anywhere, we're streaming live at DEHockeyNight.com as we always do. On the video side, unfortunately, DHN TV will be tape delayed until 4 a.m. as a result of connectivity issues at Chelsea Piers limiting our streaming capabilities. We're at the Sky Rink at Chelsea Piers on the west side of Manhattan. As we mentioned just moments ago, the University of Delaware Blue Hens take on the New York University Violets in the second half of their weekend set. NYU victorious 3-1 yesterday over Delaware. More about that in just a little bit. James Witherite flying solo tonight here on the DHN radio stream, and we're just a few minutes away from opening introductions here at the Sky Rink. Hens 2 for 3 so far on the year against NYU. They swept both halves of their series at Fred Rust Arena earlier in 2020. But the Hens will have to battle back after dropping a 3-1 decision last night. Joey Abel, Reagan Wartz, and Mac Bryce all found the back of the Delaware net for the Violets last night. Abel with his third goal of the season. Wartz, defenseman, with his seventh of the season. Blue liner averaging just over half a point a game, 7 goals and 7 assists on the year. And Mac Bryce, leading scorer for the Violets, now with 11 goals. Put a bow on that 3-1 NYU win yesterday. Ryan Burns, the lone goal scorer for Delaware in their 3-1 defeat, which saw them drop to 20-13-1 on the season. NYU 9-12-2. Looking to try to mount some late season momentum as we approach the 2019-20 Eastern States Collegiate Hockey League Conference Tournament, which will be held 2 weeks from now in Westchester, Pennsylvania at Iceline. And we'll have that entire tournament for you live here on Delaware Hockey Night TV and Delaware Hockey Night Radio. Full broadcast schedule, as always, available at DEHockeyNight.com. The ice is being prepared and the teams make their way on for the fourth meeting between the Blue Hens and the Violets on the season. Delaware, clad in their third sweaters tonight. Yellow, blue yoke, blue and white trim, blue helmets, blue pants. The Blue Hen logo on the front. Blue numbers in the back and sleeves. They'll travel left to right here in the opening period of play. Backstopped by Chris Ponticello, who is 18-12-1 on the year with a .354 goals against average and a save percentage of .907. The New York University Violets in head-to-toe black, purple and white trim. White NYU across the front and block letters, block numbers on the front, back, and sleeves. Adam Salisbury gets the call tonight. The Michigander is 3-8-1 on the year with a .441 goals against average and a save percentage of .879. As we mentioned not long ago, Mac Bryce, leading scorer for NYU on the year with 11 goals and 16 assists. 5 other players in the lineup tonight in double-digit point territory, including Reagan Wartz, part of the defensive crew for this NYU side. Let's listen in as pregame introductions have begun here at Chelsea Piers. I don't know where they keep the orchestra at Chelsea Piers, but they absolutely drilled their rendition of the American national anthem. Short neutral zone, but apparently there's an orchestra somewhere, hey Christian? Christian Brunel helping us out on videography duties for the tape-delayed version of Delaware Hockey Night tonight. Here on the radio side, NYU moving right to left in their home blacks. Delaware clad in their third kits tonight. Head to toe gold. Well, shoulder to waist gold anyway. Blue pants, blue helmets. Gavin Hulser in to take the opening draw for the Hens, with Richie Doherty doing so for the Violets, and off we go at Chelsea Piers. Outlet pass, sails past Williamson up the near boards, chased down by Skip Redgate to the near corner of the Delaware zone. Failed clearing attempt from Hulser. It's held in by Elias Cohen at the left point, but he gives it away to Gavin Hulser. He was able to press play to within 10 feet of the center red stripe before the puck was slammed back in by NYU defenseman Brian Zaffino. Zaffino breaks up yet another Delaware breakout attempt, but a loose puck is corralled by Skip Redgate in neutral territory. He skates into a 1-on-3, gaining the NYU line. After being angled to the near half wall, he dumps the puck in deep. Niski from the far corner tried to put one on a tee for Chris Mazzella, crashing the net, but he failed to get stick on puck in a timely fashion. It's pressed back out into neutral territory by Brandon Ritchie, recovered by Brian Ostrander as the big guns come on for their first shift of the night. We're a minute in. No score, Delaware and NYU. Puck tipped up in the air after Wartz batted it forward along the left wing boards for the Violets. Ritchie in the near corner. Hassel dumps the puck into Parker Richards working below the goal. He's pressed out to the far side by Jake DeFerris. Niski's able to corral a loose puck after DeFerris swatted it out of the reach of Richards. Niski backhands it to Ostrander up the near wall. He was able to poke it past center red, but under pressure from Mac Bryce, leading scorer for NYU, he was forced to cede possession. Here's that Delaware forecheck. Niski to Docking. He shoots and scores! Ethan Miles of Smiles Docking. Off the net front centering feed makes it 1-0 Delaware. Effective forechecking pressure from Niski caused the turnover in the far corner of the NYU zone, centering pass to Docking, and he puts it away past Salisbury for his 7th goal of the season, and Delaware's up 1-0 just like that. Only took 96 seconds for them to get there. So Niski forces the turnover. Centering pass yielded the 10-foot shot from Ethan Docking, who's 7th of the year. Enables the Hens to draw first blood. So it was Docking from Niski as confirmed. Public address announcer here at Chelsea Piers, a little bit hard to hear, although the musical side of things during the stoppages, no trouble in that department. DeFerris up the right dots, gets just shy of the NYU blue line, flips the puck in behind, chased down net front, bodied off, the puck was Burns in the slot after Salisbury overcommitted to the far post. Harrison Good at the right point, works to protect the zone, but it's cleared out off the far glass by NYU's Aiden Wright all the way down to the Delaware crease, where Chris Ponticello steadies. With 3 minutes gone here in the first period of a 1-0 game, Delaware with the early advantage over the Violets of NYU. Nima reached for the puck to try to hold the zone, but it was cleared out successfully by NYU's Brian Tacone. Volleyed back into neutral territory by Cascone after a failed NYU advance. And now Tommy Cascone will carry the puck as far as center before rifling it in off the back glass behind Adam Salisbury, defending the NYU net. This is Tacone back through traffic, carrying the puck into Delaware territory. He generates a shot from the bottom of the right circle, which was blocked successfully by Ponticello. Follow-up chance from Wartz on the doorstep. Caught by Chris Ponticello, and the extracurriculars following the whistle draw the ire of both linesmen who are in quickly to intervene. And the faceoff's going to stay inside. Defenseman didn't encroach on the NYU side, so an offensive zone faceoff awaits the Violets, and Richie Doherty comes in to take it across from Gavin Hulser. Puck rolls behind the net, picked up by Harrison Chuma, who's bodied down just beyond the top of the near circle. Delayed penalty coming up against NYU as Lax's arm goes straight up in the air. Ponticello is off in favor of the empty net and the extra attacker, but no meaningful progress can be made after Richie Doherty touches the puck for NYU inside his own blue line, and a trip is signaled at the 3-minute and 13-second juncture of the first period. The guilty party, NYU's Jake Drucker. So the Blue Hens are on the Colonial Motors power play for the first time this evening. Sidoriak working up high, Docking looking for his second of the night behind the NYU goal. The middle three are Mazzella, Niski, and Emmerich. Cross slot pass from Niski to the left dot. Chris Mazzella with a one-timer and a pretty hard one too from the opposite dot. Fires the puck straight into the glove of Adam Salisbury, who holds on for the stoppage. 17 seconds in to this first Delaware Colonial Motors power play of the night, and 4.5 minutes into a first period, which sees the Hens up 1-0 over the Violets, and sees Ivan Sidoriak have to hustle back to his own blue line to get the momentum going the right direction for Delaware once again. Mazzella gains a loose puck at the far wall, cross ice feed, bobbled by Emmerich. He chases it down 20 feet inside the Violets' blue line. Bodied hard into the back glass was Docking trying to play the puck on. Ultimately, it was cycled off the carom shot to Mazzella, working the left corner boards. Up high to Sidoriak. He feeds to center point. Sidoriak kept high by Doherty. Fanned on the puck, retraces it, gathers it back into Niski. Sidoriak, Niski again. Working the top of the zone. He turns on the Jets, tries to throw the puck into the slot, but it's batted down and subsequently cleared by defenseman Andrew Williamson of the NYU Violets. 1:10 have gone by in the penalty to Drucker. The trip at 3:13, and Skip Redgate leads the second. Delaware power play wave in. No, he doesn't, as Mike Niski mistimed the zone entry, and his faulty timing will bring about an offside infraction on the Hens as we near the 6-minute mark of this first period. Hens up a man for another half minute as they try to double up on their early advantage. Chuma gets the puck back from Jenny up the left wing boards as the Hens reset on the offensive. Puck trailed in behind the goal. It was nearly cleared out by Warts. DeFerris held the near point. Jake DeFerris, cross ice feed to Redgate. Mishandled the puck briefly at the far half wall. Defensive pressure came in from James Orne, and that was enough to draw Harrison Chuma back into the neutral zone. Down to the last 5 seconds on the Drucker penalty. Redgate, under a heavy Koldonovan forecheck, was angled to the near wall as he barrels back into the NYU zone, but he lost the puck. Taken away by Bryce, not cleared out. DeFerris once again kept the zone airtight for the Blue Hens. Violets are back full strength, and DeFerris gave it away just inside the NYU blue line. This is Tacone, steamrolling up the right wing boards. Cross ice feed to Bryce. Flipped high to Elias Cohen. Around to Tacone, far half wall. He's bothered by Devin Jenny. Puck bounces toward the goal line. Mulligan works behind the net. He flipped it to Mac Bryce, leading scorer for the Violets. Thrown through the slot, batted down by Hulser, picked on by DeFerris. Here's a 2-on-2 for Delaware. DeFerris came crashing in up the right dots, was driven to the near corner by Elias Cohen and separated from the puck. Jenny was able to recover it for the Hens, but given away to Mulligan. Here's a 2-on-2, now a 3-on-2 for NYU. Cross ice feed to Bryce. He tries to throw it on net, and Cole Donovan can't finish as Ponticello makes the save, and a cross-check signal comes down from the man in the orange armbands, and it will be against the Delaware Blue Hens. They head to the PK with 7 minutes and 7:17 elapsed here in the first period. Harrison Good, solid two-way defenseman, gets rung up on cross-checking charges at 7:17. So we'll see the Delaware penalty kill for the first time this evening. Wright holds the left point for NYU. Cross-ice feedback from Polk and tested to the near corner, and Joey Abel crashing in from the near corner, blew a tire and lost the puck. It's tied up at the near half wall. In behind, Ritchie got tied up. Tried to crash through the slot. Sidoriak, holding close to home, was able to offer ample disruption of the legal sort this time to keep NYU from scoring. Puck is loose in the high slot. Felice, taken off his feet as Abel lunged toward him, was able to launch the puck from inside his blue line all the way behind the NYU goal, where it is steadied by Aiden Wright And the second wave will be a little bit more deliberate for the Violet power play. Mulligan up the left wing boards, chips the puck in to the Delaware zone. He tried to get past Chuma, couldn't do so. Cole Donovan brings it back out the other side. Backhand from the far half wall, taken away by Chuma in behind his own cage. Johnny Drummond, the Coloradan, floats it up the left wing boards, tipped on from red by Hulser. Chased down to the corner, centering pass, doesn't make it to Docking. It was broken up effectively by NYU blue liner Reagan Wartz. Drummond, chasing the puck in the neutral zone, got driven into a loose penalty box door by Cole Donovan. Drummond none the worse for wear, but a new defensive pairing, I should say, is on for the Delaware Blue Hens as the penalty to good works down to its final 10 seconds. One-timer, Wartz from center point. Kicked aside by Ponticello. Hulser caroms the rebound from behind his own goal. Out of the zone along the near boards. We're nearing the midway point of the first period. 10.5 minutes to go. Delaware with a 1-0 lead over NYU. They killed off their first penalty. Niski tried to set up Ostrander on a backdoor pass, but the puck sailed past him in the slot, and out come the Violets again. David Rosales tries to set up a 2-on-2 attack, but centerman James Orn was offside by a good couple feet, bringing us a break in the action with 10:21 to go in this opening period, and a face-off just above the Delaware blue line in front of their bench. Chris Mazzella in for the draw, but it was won by Joey Abel and walked in up the left wing boards by Brandon Ritchie of the black-clad Violets. Taken away by Niski. Mazzella can't advance out of his own zone. Puck taken away from him by Richards, but punched out by Ostrander. Cross neutral zone set up. Enables Joey Abel back the other way for NYU to get a hard shot off from the right point, but it ends up in the glove of Chris Ponticello. We are exactly 10 minutes into the game. New York trailing the Delaware Blue Hens by a tally of 1-0. Face-off will take place to the left of Ponticello. New wave on for NYU. Ritchie with a hard shot from the right half wall, again stopped by Ponticello. Ostrander and Abel must be separated, and it looks as though Joey Abel's going to make the walk of shame. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Joey Abel at 10:04, officially speaking, here in period number 1. And the Blue Hens are gifted a Colonial Motors power play, but they're going to have to do it the hard way as the Violets clear off the initial draw of their PK. Rosales chased the puck down to the near dot, lost his footing, tried to get a shot off, but it was blocked cleanly in the slot. Centering pass high from Niski to Sidoriak was broken up just inside the NYU blue line. And once again, the Violets are able to clear. Sidoriak emerges from behind the Delaware cage. Carries the puck as far as center. Tried to headman it to Ethan Docking, but that advance is called back offside with 9 minutes and 16 seconds to go. In the opening frame, Delaware with a 1-0 lead over the Violets of NYU. Up a man for the next 80 seconds after Joey Abel of NYU was rung up for unsportsmanlike conduct. Doherty wins the neutral zone draw. Reagan Wartz carries the puck back into the Delaware end. Coming into a congested slot, he ran into Ivan Sidoriak, who was able to take the puck away, and here he comes up the left wing boards. Sidoriak stops at the half wall, sets up Niski's center point. Those two play keep away high in the zone. It's flipped off the near wall. Niski crossing, walks it into the dot. He left it back in the corner for Colin Emmerich. Floated high to Mazzella, back to Emmerich, top of the right circle. Mazzella, center point, long range shot, blocked by the leg of Andrew Williamson to the far corner. Nearly was cleared out by Tacone, held in by Mazzella. Across to the top of the right circle again, Mike Niski working that 35-40 foot range. He stick handles, trying to generate a shot lane. Emmerich's net front, shot from just inside the blue line was batted down. Emmerich couldn't track down the rebound, and it's subsequently cleared by the Violets. 8 and change to go in the first period. Hens with a 1-0 lead over NYU. Jake Nema of a cross slot feed from Niski. Fanned on the puck at the near dot, and the penalty to Joey Abel has expired. We've just passed the 12-minute mark of this opening period of play. Delaware with a 1-0 lead over the NYU Violets. Holding the right point was Giancarlo Pocantesta, and a long-range rifle from him ends up in Ponticello's glove with 7 minutes and 38 seconds remaining in this opening period of play. The NYU Statistics Department hard at work, noting shift length, time on ice, shot location, and every other metric you could possibly imagine. That's the direction this game is going. Despite the internet issues we've had here at Chelsea Piers, the NYU folks have been nothing but great hosts. Loose puck corralled by Mac Bryce. He storms up the middle, drops it back to Cole Donovan in the slot, and again the puck is tipped into the netting out of play. Burns and Mulligan had some crosswords for each other, and not the New York Times variety either. Burns is coming off for a high stick. He'd like Mulligan to sit too, but he can't be so fortunate. 7:05 to go. On the hard-to-see scoreboard, blocked by the rafters from our vantage point in the press box. And this yields the second Delaware penalty kill of the evening. Unforced error, center point from Tacone. He drew himself back into the neutral zone there. The re-entry up the right wing boards is good from Cole Donovan, but he's pinned at the wall. Sets up Tacone's center point. Shot from 40 feet, blocker down, one-timer from Wartz, inadvertently blocked by Donovan. Loose puck chase to the far corner, tied up now, just in front of the ice resurfacer entrance. Battle migrates to the near corner, bringing it out for a clean shot was Mac Bryce. Closing the 5-hole, Chris Ponticello makes the stop with 6 minutes and 23 seconds to go in the first period of a 1-0 game. Advantage Delaware Blue Hens as fresh legs come on for both sides. Felice, Sidoriak, DeFerris, and Emmerich on for this wave of the Delaware penalty kill. And Aiden Wright working D with Giancarlo Pocantesta. Recovers the puck in the neutral zone and then some now for NYU. Up a man for the next minute and a couple ticks. Pocantesta tried to bulldoze his way up the left wing boards, and while Parker Richards, who held a pose, did have skate contact with the blue line, Joey Abel did not. Thus the cause for the offside whistle. Draw just above the Delaware stripe sees Kevin Felice swat the puck beyond the reach of Richards. It's dumped in by Wright from his own blue line again. This will be an icing with 5:55 to go in the opening frame. And the Hens down a man for the next 51 seconds as a result of the Ryan Burns high stick. Will get themselves an attacking zone face-off to the left of Adam Salisbury, who for the last few minutes has seen pretty light work. Wright chases down the puck behind his own goal line for NYU. He's got space up the middle to carry it on into the neutral zone. Felice angled him to the far boards between the blue lines. from the Delaware stripe. Wright dumps it in behind the Delaware cage. Backhanded free by DeFerris to the near corner, where Ivan Sidoriak is able to chase the puck down, beating Pocontesta by a half step and floating it in once again over the NYU goal line. Richard steadies, leaves it for Wright. Carried on up the near boards by Brandon Ritchie. The Violets set up a 3-on-3 attack. Drop pass to Geller failed to materialize as Jake Geller just lost his footing with time and space. Once again, Sidoriak, this time from his own blue line, flips the puck into the atmosphere and it trails back deep into NYU territory where Adam Salisbury gloves it down. The remainder of the Burns penalty was killed off, and the Blue Hens, with 5 minutes and a tick to go in the opening period of play, have gained themselves an attacking zone face-off. Ethan Miles of Smiles Docking in to take the draw. Across from Rosales, and he won it. Will Zimmer flips the puck back to Good at the right point. Long shot about belled high, was off its line, bounced off the far boards, and was pressed out to the Delaware stripe. Here's Greg Jandoli floating it ahead to a traffic-troubled Will Zimmer. His stick was lifted, puck ends up in the control of Elias Cohen behind the NYU net. Cascone failed to hold the opposite point for Delaware, and in come the Violets down both boards. Puck was in the control of Rosales' far side. Orn crashed in down the left wing dashers. Here's Orn with it. He took aim from just above the left corner boards. Didn't get a good line on the puck, and it was blocked shortly after the release. Recovered by Good. Headman to Docking into a 1-on-3. Trailing him, Will Zimmer couldn't keep the momentum going for the Hens. Rosales reached for the puck at the near half wall. Backhanded it well out of harm's way. The Hens reset. Docking carries it in over the NYU blue line again. He's hassled at the far wall by Reagan Wartz. Lost control of the puck. Did Docking. Cascone back into the neutral zone, recovers. Gets it back to Docking, who gained red. Dumped it in once again to the Violets' end and came off for some fresh legs as we come down to the final 3:45 in the first period of play. Delaware clinging to that 1-0 lead, but after that rapid-fire Ethan Docking goal at the 96-second mark, the Blue Hens have struggled mightily to keep that momentum going in earnest. Now they're back in the attacking zone. Far corner, Mazzella up to the point, and Drummond across the blue line. Schuma just held the near point after bobbling that cross ice feed. Trying to cycle it down to Ostrander in the near corner. Tacone took the puck away. It's held in by Ostrander, crossing to the left wing wall. He steps up to the half boards, plays a hard carom shot to Mike Niski in the near corner, reaching for the puck. Williamson was able to steal it and float it off the near glass back as far as the Delaware blue line. The advance from Drummond off the stick of Niski is ruled offside with 2 minutes and 58 seconds officially speaking to go here in the first period. If you're joining us on DHN TV via tape delay, we'll get that time rectified for you in the next 7 seconds as play resumes just above the Delaware blue line. Skip Redgate muscles his way on through neutral ice traffic before generating a long-range shot. Battle for the puck off the rebound developed at the base of the NYU bench. Hens were pressed back to their lines. Sidoriak up the near wall. Plays it on from his blue line. It was tipped, says linesman Finkel. So there's no icing here, but Aiden Wright recovers for the Violets. Breakout feed, mishandled by Abel at the Delaware line. DeFerris able to recover for the Blue Hens. Emmerich floats the puck up the far wall, but it's taken away by Pocontesta at center for NYU. He works it to Wright, near his side. Penalty coming up against Delaware as Abel gets leveled by Redgate. Or was it Holzer? It looks like Holzer's the one who's heading off. And the official ruling is a hook. 2 minutes and 9 seconds to go here in the opening period of play. Hens back to the PK for the third time here in the first period. They still lead 1-0. Shot from the left dot on Cole Donovan was blocked away. Puck stolen by Good and subsequently cleared. Good and Cascone, the back pair. Docking and Jandoli, the front pair on this Delaware penalty kill. Jandoli causing forechecking commotion, is at the center of a 2-on-2 battle for the puck in the near corner of the NYU zone, but Scott Mulligan explodes out of that pack, carries the puck up the near side. He's drilled into the near corner boards of the Delaware zone by Good. Still Mulligan maintained the puck, cycle to Tacone over to Warts at the far point. Pass through the slot, ends up on the stick of Mulligan at the near dot. His shot was sticked away by Ponticello. Bryce near half wall towards across the blue line, looking slapper up high was Tacone, trying to bury one on the doorstep. Mac Bryce was denied by a lunging Ponticello, and a dislodged net with 1:06 to go in the first period will give us a break in the action. Puck rang off the post. Ponticello had crossed over anyway to make the save. Good east-west movement from the senior netminder. And as the net was ruled off its moorings on account of an NYU player, the face-off will take place in the neutral zone. Kevin Felice wins it. Headman pass into the slot. Colin Emmerich gets tied up below the net. He and Abel in what appeared something of a wrestling match below the goal line. Both slow to get on their feet, and an icing against NYU with 46 seconds remaining in period number 1 will give the shorthanded Blue Hens an attacking zone face-off to try to finish the first period on a positive note. Emmerich and Felice up front as mentioned before. Emmerich overpowered by Parker Richards in the draw to the left of Adam Salisbury. Wright flips the puck to his right, and Pocantesta advances it through neutral territory. Back to Wright, now up to Joey Abel, who comes crashing in at the left wing boards. Chuma chases down the puck. He and Abel collide and collapse. Battle for the puck continues on in the near corner as we come to the final 20 seconds of the first period here at Chelsea Piers. Felice is able to clear the puck as far as the NYU blue line. Taken away there by Wright. Walked up the near boards, but he stood up at the Delaware line again by Chuma. Headman pass to Felice is able to get the Delaware Blue Hens back into attacking position, but traffic slows Felice's further progress, and the kitchen timer buzzer sounds to signal the end of the first period. Can't really call it a horn, but in any case, the auditory signal has been given that the first period is complete. 20 minutes in the books, Delaware 1, NYU 0. We'll be back with more on Delaware Hockey Night Radio, and it's all brought to you by the DHN Media Group.
A strong first impression is crucial in today's fast-paced world. With decades of experience in print, digital, and broadcast media, the DHN Media Group is uniquely equipped to make your brand's first impression a memorable one. To learn about writing and editing services, web and graphic design, social media consultation, multimedia production, and more, visit www.dhnmediagroup.com.
Colonial Motors, a fixture in the automotive industry in Delaware for over 25 years, is here to help you find your next vehicle with solutions to fit every purpose and budget. Hassle-free financing, competitive trade-ins, and a full-service department make Colonial Motors the premier option for your next pre-owned car. Visit one of 3 convenient locations in central Delaware, Townsend, Smyrna, and Camden, or browse their vast inventory online at colonialmotorsinc.com.
It's time for the second period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Welcome back in to Chelsea Piers. 20 minutes have gone by here on this Saturday evening, and the Delaware Blue Hens lead 1-0 over the New York University Violets. Cascone's outlet pass was intercepted by Donovan. Walked in by Bryce, but he was angled by Cascone to the near corner. Lost his shot lane. Puck played behind the net. Goods able to shovel it free, but Will Zimmer can't penetrate at the left point. Bryce held the zone, but from there he flipped the puck out of play over the glass. With 25 seconds of this second period accounted for, Delaware up 1-0, but a neutral zone face-off awaits. Docking left it to Zimmer, back in the zone again to Cascone. Shoveled ahead off the backhand of Jenny. That pass blocked down. Puck recovered in neutral territory by Goods. Zimmer tags up. Goods able to float the puck into the near corner. Nearly played out by Zaffino, held in by Docking, who's got the lone Delaware goal of the night thus far. Cascone crosses to the left point, backhands the puck in deep again to Jenny. Now to Docking, near corner, shoveled behind the cage, steadied by Will Zimmer, played out to Good at the right point. Tipped in closer again by Will Zimmer. He chased the puck below the goal, but it was taken away from him by Elias Cohen, and now pressed out by the Violets, setting up a 2-on-2. From the left dot, a hard shot from Cole Donovan was stick checked up into the atmosphere and out of play. That brings us to the minute and 14-second mark of the second period. Violets with an attacking zone draw coming up to the right of Chris Ponticello. Hens up 1-0. For those of you joining us via tape delay, you'll see no shot on goal graphic here tonight. There are none posted on the Chelsea Piers scoreboard. However, the wonderful statistics department has the first period shots on goal handy for us, and hopefully we can count on a similar update at the second intermission. Here's Ostrander through after being centered the puck from Mazzella, but he was denied by Salisbury on the doorstep. Alexandra, I believe it is, Feeding us the information, NYU 10, Delaware 5 in terms of first period shots. So our assessment that Adam Salisbury had an awfully light workload in the first period was right on point. Shot from Ostrander, long range, stick down by Salisbury and frozen for the stoppage in play with 2 minutes and 17 seconds gone in the second period. Emmerich wins the subsequent attacking draw at the left dot. Puck is loose behind the NYU net after Tacone. Disrupted Blue Hen advances. Shoveled out by Rosales up the near boards, ahead to Orn. He crashes into Ponticello. Where's the puck? Not in. Referee nowhere close to the goal line as the traffic came in. I understand the limitations of a three-man system and the demands it puts on the guy in the armbands, but you gotta get to the goal on those. Zone held barely by Warts. Puck dumped into the near corner of the Delaware zone, controlled by Mulligan. Taken away, batted forward by Hulser. This will be an icing against Delaware with 17:06 to go in this second period of play. We'll bring the sounds of the game back in here on the DHN radio feed. And we'll bring the face-off back to the left of Chris Ponticello. Hulser tried to feed the puck ahead to Emmerich, but Tacone maintained the right point for the Violets. Long-range shot tipped toward the cage on the doorstep. Batted away by the outstretched leg of Ponticello. Drummond behind the Delaware goal. Caroms the puck to the far wall where Rosales is at the center of a 2-on-2 scrum at the far corner boards. Trying to pinch through a narrow opening, Jake Geller was bodied off the puck by Chuma. Rosales recovers. Hulser nearly took it away from him. It's batted to the corner. Chuma plays the body on Rosales and recovers the puck for Delaware. He backhands it to Drummond near side. Emmerich punches it back into the neutral zone. Volleyed back over the blue line by Tacone, but with an offside James Orn in place. The NYU advance could go no further. Redgate, top of the near circle, was bodied down by Drucker. Loose puck picked clean by Tacone. He flipped it to his left and James Orn, but no further advance could go that direction either. Nema to Burns, shot nearly to the 5-hole of Salisbury. Puck was loose at the top of the crease. Nema came crashing in to try to put it away, but he couldn't. It's loose again up front. Shoveled in by Nema on the welcome mat. Salisbury says no yet again. Puck caromed out to the near side by Felice Cascone. Works it forward to Burns, taken away from him inside the dots by Tacone. Rifled free of harm, but iced with 15:33 to go here in the second period. And the Delaware Blue Hens, try as they might, still can't get any better than a 1-0 lead over the NYU Violets. Nema in for the attacking zone draw. Felice crashes the net. Was pushed back behind the goal line. He stick handles. Burns posts up net front, canceled out by Drucker. Burns crosses to the far corner, floats the puck in low again, where Nema's got it trapped in the 2-10s. Richie Doherty and Ryan Burns there on the scene as well. Nema's able to burst free of resistance, working the near half wall. He was kept wide by Doherty. Puck taken away. Nearly shoveled out of the zone by Drucker, but stolen back by Nema. Left to Good at the base of the Delaware bench. Thrown through the slot, but off its line, and cleared out by Drucker. It rolls along the cap rail of the near wall. Cascone's able to advance it to Nema once again. Drop pass to Felice at the near half wall. Played in behind the cage around the far corner. It rolls to Devin Jenny. High again. Good. Cascone near point off a cross ice feed. Cascone looks for a shot lane. Tried to throw one on from 50 feet. Net front, Kevin Felice couldn't put it away, but he handles the rebound after the Salisbury save. Cascone leaves it back to Good again atop the right circle. Long range shot blocked by Williamson, stepping up, solid two-way player making quite the impression on both sides of the red line for NYU so far tonight. But as we near the 6-minute mark of the second period, those Violets still can't break through a 1-0 Delaware advantage. Icing waved off as it's thrown from end to end and chased down by Joey Abel of NYU. Puck tied up deep in the Delaware zone, an aggressive Violet forecheck causing commotion. Greg Jandoli hassled by Abel, who stole the puck. Abel's shot from 15 feet, caught by Ponticello, and Good just throws Abel to the surface of the ice well after the whistle. Good protecting his goalie there, but now it's time for Harrison to pay the piper. No, it isn't. He heads right to the bench. Looked like he was heading to the sin bin after that shove after the whistle, and quite frankly, Harrison Good got away with one there. Then again, Abel's gotten his cuts in too earlier tonight, so I suppose turnabout's fair play. Hens were able to press back in from right to left. Docking, cross-ice feed was flubbed. Loose puck corralled by Pokentesta. Lofted inside the Delaware blue line, recovered by Sidoriak. Taken away by Brandon Ritchie, but he was shoved off his intended shot lane. Follow-up chance and Pokentesta at the right half wall, batted down by Ponticello. Puck off the rebound, rolls to the far side, thrown in by Wright. And now Delaware is headed to the box, a hold signaled as Devin Jenny touches up with 6 minutes and 57 seconds elapsed here in period number 2. The guilty party is Jake DeFerris. Point leader among defensemen for the Delaware Blue Hens, 13 goals, 19 assists. How about this? He's the third leading goal scorer rather, for Delaware this year. His 13 trail only Chris Mazzella's 23 and Colin Emmerich's 14. Power play commences for NYU. Wart's working the right point, leaves it to Donovan. In low, cross slot feed to Mulligan. Or rather, from Mulligan to Bryce, resulted in a shot from inside the left dot, which was high and wide. Warts' follow-up from the right point missed as well. Bryce leaves it back up the left wing boards to point man Tacone. To Bryce at the corner, played behind the net, chased down. And trapped at the kick plate by Drummond. Drummond, sandwiched by a pair of Violets, gave the puck away. Warts back across to Tacone, left side. Into Bryce, working the far boards, kept wide by Chuma, kept high by Felice. Flips it back to Warts, thrown in. I think it was tipped on the doorstep, but it was Reagan Warts who made it happen. And a power play goal for the NYU Violets. Ties this game up at 1. I believe it was tipped net front after Warts took aim from center point. We'll get the official word momentarily. Warts gets a point on it anyway, so that'll be 15 for him on the year. Here's Niski again the other direction. Cross ice feed misses Mazzella. Misses Ostrander 2-on-2 emerging the other direction. Joey Abel angled wide by Cascone. Flips the puck to Ritchie. Then Abel collided with Cascone. He's been well over the line all night and gotten away with his fair share. Back the other direction, Niski wins the race to the goal line to cancel out the icing, but Pokentesta stayed right with him. He failed to clear the puck. Good protects just inside the NYU blue line, but he gives it away to Giancarlo Pokentesta. Delayed offside on Delaware. Gives the Violets a free pass, but the Hens are able to bat the puck down low and enable a line change as a result. We're nearing the 9-minute mark of this second period. Still awaiting word on the game-tying goal for NYU. And we'll listen in at this stoppage to see if any announcement is made, as NYU is guilty of an offside. Fresh legs on for both teams. With 11 minutes to go in the second period, a 1-1 score, Delaware and NYU deadlocked after the power play goal evened things up for the Violets. Sidoriak taken out by Williamson as they converge on the puck. It's launched the other way from the Delaware blue line and Skip Redgate, but this comes back and icing just the same the other direction. It seems like the music selection gets better as the night goes on. We've got some Journey going on during the stoppages here in the second period. Can never go wrong with classic rock from the 70s. Sidoriak headmans it to Emmerich, chase down to the high corner boards. So we've got the DeFerris. We heard talking but couldn't discern a syllable of it at 7:51. Warts does get the goal. None of us in the press box can hear, but Warts does get credit for the goal. The assists. We know Mac Bryce got one of the assists. We'll go with it. Nearly a chance for a second, and there it was. Scott Mulligan from the right dot came crashing in, put his own rebound in for a bottle rocket that stymies Chris Ponticello and puts the Violets up 2-1. Mulligan gets his 7th of the season. And NYU takes a 2-1 lead. Nema and Richards in for the subsequent center ice draw. Richards wins it, leaves it towards, back to Richards, ahead to Abel. Abel bodied wide by Drummond. Works the puck in low. The play mounting in terms of physicality behind the Delaware net, and Felice is able to muscle the puck free. He was unable to work it on to Burns. Warts got blown up in front of the Delaware bench, turning the momentum again from left to right. Follow-up chance from Alex Peck broken up. Cleared by Chuma. Burns, center point, walks it in. Puck reached in and swatted out of his reach by Reagan Warts. It ping-pongs in front of the NYU goal again, recovered by Nema, left to Drummond at the left point. Thrown in behind, it bounced off the end boards after Burns failed to tip it past. Bryce gets one of the assists on the Mulligan goal, and heaven help us for the second. A combination of a very vocal crowd here at Chelsea Piers and a hard to hear PA announcer to begin with. A matter of sound system and vocal timbre combined, hindering us in getting the rest of that information to you. But it was Mulligan for his 7th of the year, and Delaware was offside with 8 minutes and 13 seconds to go in the second period. The offside yields a neutral zone face-off in front of the NYU blue line. Swatted ahead by Richie Doherty past the reach of Docking. Played on by Cascone to Jandoli, dumped in deep. Cleared out off the near glass by Pokin Testa. Cascone at the Delaware blue line leaves it across to his right where Good rifles it back into the near corner. It's tied up just above the corner boards. Poke and Testa at the center of that scrum. Leaves it to right behind the NYU goal. His Violets, who were down 1-0 at the end of one, now lead 2-1. In comes Wright. Hard shot. Denied by Ponicello, who was crashed into the net. Net is dislodged, and Ponicello was slow to get back on his feet after a dislodged net. The face-off's going to come outside, and Ponicello, after getting absolutely drilled, is going to need at least a second or two to catch his breath after that. .7:32 to go in the second period. The net's being replaced. Ponicello, a little bit shaken up, but otherwise looks fine. He's going to stay in. Beyond that, we're in a bit of a holding pattern. Williamson's off. So Andrew Williamson issued a 2-minute holiday, sends the Delaware Blue Hens back to the Colonial Motors power play. Sidoriak across to Niski, right half wall to Sidoriak up high. Emmerich's camping out net front. Ethan Docking in a congested slot. Shoveled it toward Emmerich. Interference was the call on Williamson. Sidoriak off the post from 35 feet. Rebound backhanded, free by Orn. Back into the neutral zone, tied up by Emmerich. And that trap puck results in a stoppage of play. And with Delaware at fault in the stoppage, which I think might be a little ticky-tacky, they're driven back into their own zone by the trio in stripes. Niski, under forechecking pressure from Doherty, is forced to circle behind his own net. He's got space now up the left dots, and he's got plenty of speed to barrel into the NYU zone. Cycles the puck to Emmerich, now to Mazzella, top of the left circle. Fired in, but caught by Adam Salisbury. The Michigander flashes the leather for an impressive glove save with congestion in front of him. With 1 minute and 2 seconds left on this Delaware power play, Andrew Williamson ruled off for interference at 12:26. With 6.5 minutes to go in the second, the Delaware Blue Hens have a 2-1 deficit to try to overcome. Mazzella leaves it to Sidoriak. Back to Mazzella near half wall. He trails up high. Looking for a shot lane, cross slot, pass. Was it in from Niski? It sure looked it from here. Danny thinks it's a goal. I don't think Danny's wrong. Mazzella up high. Throws the puck in from the high slot, blocked down by Richards. Niski, cross ice feed Mazzella at the far half boards. He throws one in from the dot, and it's tipped up into the netting and out of play with 5 minutes and 41 seconds to go in the second period. Delaware getting their next wave of the power play on with just 8 seconds to go on the man advantage. Looked like it should be 2-2, but while we hate to be critical of the men in stripes, Mr. Lax is living up to his name as far as his goal line positioning goes. He's staying in the corner when things get heated in the kitchen, and that's not the way to adjudicate. At least not in the manual that I was issued. Penalty killed off. Chuma's overpowered trying to hold the point. Donovan punches the puck through the neutral zone, rifled by DeFerris from deep in the Delaware end over the NYU goal line. And with 5:10 to go in the second period, an icing against Delaware will bring a face-off to the right of Chris Ponticello. He was out of position, there was no washout, there was no anything. If he's in position and there's a washout, I can understand, but if you're in position, you know for sure, though. NYU back in the neutral zone with 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the second period, and those Violets have a 2-1 lead over the Blue Hens. Next week, the Hens close out their regular season with a pair at the Tennedy Ice Pavilion where they take on the Syracuse Orange. And then we'll put a nifty little bow on 2020 the following weekend with the Eastern States Collegiate Hockey League playoffs. Delaware and NYU will both be there, so will Syracuse, so will Rhode Island. So will Stony Brook and Liberty as well, completing the field of 6, and you can join us for the entire ESCHL playoffs at DEHockeyNight.com. Phantom trip signaled as Geller blew a tire. Salisbury is off. Extra attacker is on. Abel walks the puck in. Ponticello makes the save as traffic mounts net front. He had a little help too from Cascone, and Hulser made a beeline toward Aiden Wright. Hulser just charged it right after the whistle, and this is going to take some sorting out, apparently, with 3 minutes and 32 seconds to go in the second period. If the primary call is a trip, it's going to further cement our opinion in the press box of the officiating quality of this game. The 3 letters written on the back of the man with the orange armbands, LAX. Discussion continues at the scorer's box. And we're still waiting for the story to be relayed to us. Hulser's number has been given. And Niski is going to join him. On the other side, NYU, Aiden Wright was originally posted but subsequently taken down. So Niski and Hulser seated for Delaware. Wright seated for NYU. Niski's number up, so he'll be the player who comes off when 2 minutes are complete. We'll listen in as best we can for the particulars, no guarantees. Shot from the left dot, and Donovan was wide. Puck rang off the backboards all the way to Salisbury. If for whatever reason the initial penalty is a trip, I think Todd Mittelmeyer has every right to be beyond livid to the point of things we can't say on the radio. Puck worked high again by NYU, who reset. Reagan Warts from the top of the right circle worked it into Donovan. Let's listen in. And it was a trip. No, there was no trip. The guy fell. Anyway, Lax, who's been out of position and called a phantom trip, and missed a goal. Posts up in the neutral zone while play ends up behind the NYU goal. Tacone, headman pass into Ritchie. Ritchie leaves it high to Pocontesta. Cross ice feed to Abel was sticked off its line, picked up by Chuma. He gets to his own blue line, kisses the puck off the near glass, and it rolls in behind the NYU goal with 1:45 to go in the second period. 10 seconds left in this Delaware penalty kill. Joey Abel shot from the right dot, glance past Ponticello to the far side and back deep into NYU territory where Pocontesta is met by a heavy Chris Mazzella forecheck. Advanced by Ritchie up the left wall, icing waved off by Finkel. Puck steadied by Ponticello behind his own net. DeFerris bodied down by the forechecking Williamson, still is able to work it clear. 2-on-1 for Delaware. Niski, Mazzella, score! Beautiful 2-on-1 for the Delaware Blue Hens. Niski with a cross slot dot-to-dot pass finds Chris Mazzella, who buries his 24th of the year, and it's now 2-aside. That was a thing of beauty from the Blue Hens. DeFerris is able to get the puck free despite Williamson's pressure. And at 18:51, the dot-to-dot pass from Niski sets up Mazzella for number 24 of the year and the equalizer for the men in gold and blue. 40 seconds to go in the second period. Felice to Niski again, top of the left circle, kept high by Warts. Niski walks the blue line, flips it back to DeFerris at the far point. Across to Sidoriak, one-timer. Caught and held on to by Salisbury. Here go Niski and Drucker well after the whistle as Schiavelli intervenes. And so does Warts coming in to play peacemaker. Now the sides break apart. Niski heads off to his own bench, Drucker to the other, and the jawing continued between them the rest of the way. 25.5 seconds to go in the second period. Delaware's Chris Mazzella with the game-tying goal. Here's a 2-on-2 from a fast NYU break through the neutral zone, but Cole Donovan was angled to the near half wall, and Nima stole the puck from him. Drop pass to Felice after Nima gained near side. Centering pass, one-timer. Nima belled high, couldn't bat it in on the doorstep. We're down to the final seconds. The horn sounds before Matt Bryce could make anything happen the other direction for NYU. And with 40 minutes in the books, in workmanlike fashion, the Delaware Blue Hens have tied the game back at 2 with the NYU Violets. You're listening to Delaware Hockey Night Radio, and it's all brought to you by the DHN Media Group.
A strong first impression is crucial in today's fast-paced world. With decades of experience in print, digital, and broadcast media, the DHN Media Group is uniquely equipped to make your brand's first impression a memorable one. To learn about writing and editing services, web and graphic design, social media consultation, multimedia production, and more, visit www.dhnmediagroup.com.
Colonial Motors, a fixture in the automotive industry in Delaware for over 25 years, is here to help you find your next vehicle with solutions to fit every purpose and budget. Hassle-free financing, competitive trade-ins, and a full-service department make Colonial Motors the premier option for your next pre-owned car. Visit one of 3 convenient locations in central Delaware, Townsend, Smyrna, and Camden, or browse their vast inventory online at colonialmotorsinc.com.
It's time for the third period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Welcome back to the Sky Rink at Chelsea Piers, home of the New York University Violets, who in 2017 took the American Collegiate Hockey Association National Championship. Here through two periods, the Delaware Blue Hens and the NYU Violets are, at least as the official tally is concerned, tied at 2. James Witherite joining you tonight from the west side of Manhattan. What should have been the game-tying goal wasn't even waved off. It was just allowed to go by with nary a mention one direction or the other. What ultimately has been declared the game-tying goal went to Chris Mazzella in the final 69 seconds of the second period. His 24th of the year from a Mike Niski assist on a beautiful 2-on-1 entry to the NYU zone off a down ice feed from Jake DeFerris and a little help ahead from Brian Ostrander too. So the third period is upon us. The Blue Hens hustling back into their zone. Sidoriak swats the puck ahead. From inside his own blue line, Ostrander can't get to it in the neutral zone. And this sails all the way down ice for an icing. 34 seconds in to the third period. And a 2-2 score before us. Second period shots, NYU had 12 for a two-period total of 22. Delaware had 15. They really turned on the Jets in that second period for a two-period total of 20. And a brief video outage is being restored on its own. Don't know what happened there. But we're back up and running. Meanwhile, from the left corner of the Delaware zone, Abel tried to center it, but into a sea of yellow sweaters, that puck is batted down and now walked free by Niski. 2-on-2 for the Hens. Niski gets tied up at the top of the near circle by Wartz. Puck rolls in behind the NYU goal. Taken away by Richards, and under duress from Felice, he's able to muscle it free. Studied by Good in the near corner. He throws it up the middle, chased down by Nima just over the blue line of NYU, but batted the other way by Zaffino. Zaffino recovers the puck, shovels it off the far boards past Burns, and it's floated in by James Orn from just in front of the scorer's table to the near corner. He was on the correct side of red to avoid the icing. Battle for the puck develops behind the Delaware goal, and it's carried out by Harrison Good. Good turns on the Jets in a 2-on-2, but he's angled to the far corner and driven into the boards by the hip of Brian Zaffino. Puck trails behind the NYU net. Corralled by Elias Cohen, backhanded out by Zaffino, kept in by Burns. Quick shot from the left dot was off its line. Nima lost his footing vying for the rebound, tried to center the puck just the same, but Cohen took it away again. Cleared it off the glass, just over the blue line. It was gloved down by Good, but his re-entries ruled offside as he failed to maintain attacking zone position successfully. 2 minutes and 20 seconds have gone by the wayside here in period number 3. Hens do not maintain the zone this time after the re-entry as Pocantesta was able to carry the puck into the neutral zone. Off the linesman's leg, and Drummond couldn't set up the re-entry cleanly. Puck played from the NYU blue line in behind the Delaware goal, ruled tipped, so there is no icing despite the pleas from the Blue Hens faithful to the contrary. And at this point, as lax as the officiating crew has been tonight, and the pun's most definitely intended, we can't fault the Delaware faithful for their plaints. This will be an icing against NYU. It appeared Williamson was the one who let the puck go from directly in front of his own bench area. And with 3 minutes, 11 seconds in the books here in the third period, the big guns come out for Delaware. Niski on for the draw across from Richie Doherty. Niski's stick was lifted by Doherty off the dot, and NYU's able to recover the puck. It's lofted by Williamson from his own blue line. Once again in behind the Delaware goal, where it goes untouched. Chased down by DeFerris, and another icing against the Violets will give the Hens yet another attacking zone faceoff. This one again to the right of Adam Salisbury, who stopped 18 of 20 in the second period by the official tally. More accurately, he stopped 17 of 20, but we digress. DeFerris holds the left point, tried to set one up for Ostrander after Pocantesta failed to clear. Puck rolls back behind the Delaware goal after the Violets clear and get fresh legs on. Mazzella crosses just over the blue line, but in two-ply defensive pressure gives the puck away. DeFerris retreats behind his own goal now. 4 minutes elapsed in the third period. We're tied up at 2 between the Blue Hens and the Violets. To watch the game you're hearing now, head to the Delaware Hockey Night YouTube page, starting at 4 a.m. Game footage will be available there. Niski was headman the puck up the near boards from Mazzella, but it was stripped of him by Cole Donovan. Donovan shot from just above the left dot, batted aside by Ponicello. Sidoriak offering the defensive pressure there. Will Zimmer the other way. Couldn't jam one past on the welcome mat. Adam Salisbury covers up the puck for the stoppage with 15:20 to go in regulation. The University of Delaware Blue Hens back in the attacking zone, but unable to break this 2-2 deadlock with NYU. Docking won the attacking zone draw, left the puck to Devin Jenny, but it was taken away from him at the near half wall by Brandon Ritchie. Fired across ice into neutral territory, dumped in by Abel, recovered by Cascone in the far corner of the Delaware zone. Heavy forecheck on from the NYU side. Delayed offside as Cohen rifles the puck in from 15 feet beyond the Delaware stripe. It is recovered by Good, but that forecheck comes storming back in. Will Zimmer up the middle, mishandled the puck. His momentum carried him over the NYU blue line, but he lost it in the neutral zone. So a delayed offside scenario was in play. Again, as Felice flips it back in off his backhand, Jenny and Docking into tag up. And an icing against NYU again, with 5.5 minutes elapsed in this third period. We'll put the turkey on the table for the Blue Hens yet again. Third line on for Delaware. Felice gave way in the face-off circle to Parker Richards. He left the puck to Cohen in the near corner, but his backhand carom shot rolled up over the glass into the netting out of play at the far side. In the NHL, that's a delay of game penalty. But here it's just a garden variety face-off, and NYU not denied the privilege of a change. Jake Nima's in for the subsequent draw for Delaware across from the fresh legs of David Rosales. Rosales stripped of the puck in the near corner by Felice. He tried to set one up for Nima net front, but he was denied by the reaching stick of Salisbury in a very congested slot. There is no icing as the puck rolls to the far corner. Drummond pinned by Orn at the corner boards, caroms it out of harm's way. Tipped back the other way by Felice. Finkel's washouts are as lax. That one's a little bit crisper. Chuma, behind his own goal, driven into the end boards by Williamson, was separated from the puck. Sidoriak could not work it ahead to Felice. Now Nima's able to pick it clean. But it's stripped from him 5 feet inside the NYU blue line, recovered by Wartz. Shoveled ahead up the near boards by Williamson over the head of Sidoriak. This does come back an icing with 13 minutes and 21 seconds to go in regulation. We are tied up at 2, Delaware and NYU. Next week, Intercounty Scholastic Hockey League playoff action. Salesianum and Cardinal O'Hara meet Wednesday in a Philadelphia Catholic League semifinal. On Thursday, we'll have the finals of the Chesmont Division and the Liberty Division. And should Salesianum prove victorious on Wednesday, we'll have the Philadelphia Catholic League Championship game on Friday. The following week, the Delaware Cup on Monday and Wednesday. And then, Blue Hens fans and Violets fans alike, DHN Radio and DHN TV both will bring you the 2020 Eastern States Collegiate Hockey League postseason tournament from Iceline in Westchester, Pennsylvania. We'll have all the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday action for you right here. Full broadcast schedule available at DE Hockey Night, proud media partners of Blue Hens Hockey. Redgate drop pass to Ferris, top of the left circle. Batted away by the outstretched right leg of Salisbury. Puck cleared out by Donovan up the left wing boards. Head man to Mulligan. The Violets fans erupt, and NYU has reclaimed the lead. Mulligan gets his third of the night. So says some fan. But in actuality, that was his second. And it came at 6:37. So the scoreboard reads 3-2. The Blue Hens faithful say otherwise. Intentional offside on NYU, namely Brandon Ritchie, will gift Delaware an attacking zone faceoff. Chabelli's arm was up. Ritchie did not leave the zone. And now the faceoff is being ordered retaken after Mazzella won it cleanly at the near circle. Niski will get a new adversary as Richards is waved out. Niski wins this draw. Puck left to Harrison. Good shot from the right point. Blocked down by the pads of Salisbury, held in by Cascone. He walks the blue line. Good shot again from high. Blocked by Ritchie. In behind the NYU goal. Loose puck tracked down to the far corner by Richards. And his clearing attempt goes over the boards and out of play with 11 minutes and 40 seconds to go in regulation. A snipe from the left dot. And Scott Mulligan for his second of the night and eighth of the season. Has made this a 3-2 game. Advantage NYU. So Delaware won both on home ice. The Violets are looking to complete a sweep here at Chelsea Piers. And Ponticello denies Jake Geller on the welcome mat with 11:15 to go. Face-off will come to the right of Ponticello. Docking will square off against Donovan, who had the primary assist on the NYU go-ahead. Mulligan keeps it in, floats the puck in under pressure from Chuma 40 feet out. It ends up in the far corner. Scrapped for by Jenny, recovered by Drummond behind his own goal line. Advanced to center, fired back in by Mulligan for NYU. Chased down far side by Bryce, who's been relatively quiet tonight. Chuma takes it away from him, can't backhand the puck out of harm's way. Zaffino protected the point, but Chuma took it from him. A little too much after the fact from Donovan on the body check on Chuma just above the blue line. Chuma pops back up, zone was gained. Long range shot from the left point, stick down by Salisbury. Puck ping-pongs in a congested slot, and Mac Bryce is able to clear it. Up the far boards, Bryce sends the puck sailing. Icing was waved off by Shibeli, steadied by Drummond, left for Nima. Nima clears it off the far glass, nearly took Lax's head off. He ducked, got out of the way. Puck bounced off the glass and deep into the NYU zone, where Orn brings it back in to the Delaware side. He gets blown up by Sidoriak in the near corner. Wartz holds the zone under pressure high from Felice. Sidoriak's able to get it away to Felice, now on up the middle. Nima's stick was lifted. Here comes Burns. No, he doesn't. Nima was offside. Jake Nima up the middle. Couldn't tag up in time for Burns' entry to be clean. And the face-off, with 9 minutes and 33 seconds to go in regulation, will occur just above the NYU blue line. Directly in front of the Violets bench. Chris Cosentino et al. Complaining that Delaware got the last change prior to that face-off. So everyone seems to think Lax is Lax. Hand pass on NYU gives Delaware an attacking zone draw. DeFerris from downtown. Couldn't connect. Puck was loose. Sidoriak, one-timer, top of the right circle. Blocked away by Salisbury. DeFerris maintains. Leaves it to Sidoriak across ice feed. Emmerich, Redgate, back to DeFerris, top of the left circle. He sets up Emmerich down the pipe from 30 feet. But his wrist shot was blocked by the stick of Richie Doherty, and subsequently iced for the stoppage with just under 9 minutes to go in the third period here at Chelsea Piers. And the NYU Violets up 3-2 over the Delaware Blue Hens. Face-off comes to Salisbury's left. Floated back by Mazzella to Good. Good works the right wall, tried to set one up on a tee for Ostrander, crashing the net, but Ostrander couldn't get stick on puck. From the opposite point, Tommy Cascone threw a one-hop in from 60 feet, gloved and held on to by Salisbury for another break in the action. 8:45 remaining in regulation. Face-off will occur at the far dot of the NYU zone. To the right of Salisbury. Ostrander carried to the corner, was checked off the puck. Niski couldn't walk it in. It's shoveled free by Pokin Testa. Batted across ice again by Mulligan. He's got 2 on the night so far for NYU. Ostrander works it out of the zone, stolen by Mulligan, rifled in from 70 feet, stick down by Ponticello. Good fields the rebound. Cascone to Ostrander, held in by Mulligan. Ostrander chases the puck down yet again. Works it from blue line to blue line before it's taken away by Donovan, leveled by Mazzella. Mulligan looking for the hat trick. Cross ice feed. Mac Bryce with too much loft on it from the inside of the right circle. Puck rolls back to the near half wall. Again, Mulligan on the doorstep. Ostrander disrupts him. Ponticello freezes the puck, and we've got a stoppage with 7:53 to go. NYU with a 3-2 lead over the Delaware Blue Hens, but if the pace of this game has been any indication, there's still lots of hockey to get through. Hulser could not win the near circle face-off. He was overpowered by Richards, but the Abel shot from the left half wall was blocked down. Turning Ritchie under duress, threw it across the slot to the far side. It bounces back behind the Delaware goal. Shoveled free by Richards to Ritchie. He's carried to the far half wall by Emmerich. Puck tied up again behind the Delaware goal, a 2-on-2 scrum. Worked free by Ritchie, but stolen and carried out by Skip Redgate. Headman pass hits Hulser. Here's a 2-on-2. Hulser with space off the post. Redgate crashed in, couldn't put it in. He's cross-checked down, and my, oh my, here we go. Redgate gets manhandled. Abel has to be held back. He takes a shove at Hulser. Go figure, Joey Abel at the center of it. He's been a pest all game, and now he crosses the line as he tackles Skip Redgate. But who's going to get the worst of this? Delaware, most likely. We'll see what ultimately becomes. Abel goes to the penalty box and waves bye-bye. Niski awaits the explanation, and after the Jets and the Sharks met in the New York University zone, NYU acting in the defense of their netminder Adam Salisbury. We see both Abel and Emmerich issued seats in their respective penalty boxes. And while we're in this holding pattern, we'll tell those of you joining us on Delaware Hockey Night Radio real time that this game will be available on tape delay at 4 a.m. Eastern Time. And NYU's been granted an attacking zone faceoff after Redgate got mauled quite viciously, I might add, in front of the NYU goal. We'll have to listen in pretty closely to get you all the particulars with 7:04 to go in regulation, and NYU up 3-2 over Delaware. Emmerich's 2 minutes are the only ones posted on the board. One-timer from Wartz, top of the right circle off a right feed, rang off the back glass. Rebound controlled by Bryce at the near half wall. High again, looking a slapper to Cone, instead turns, sets up another Wartz one-timer, which clears the crossbar. Docking comes away with the rebound, skates up to his own blue line. The penalties, I believe, at 12:56, if memory serves me right. Abel 2 for roughing. Emmerich got 2 for goaltender interference and a further 2 for roughing. Thus the NYU power play, which is half over. Shot from the left dot, and Parker Richards denied by Ponticello. We're inside the final 6. NYU 3, Delaware 2. Ritchie taken down behind the Delaware goal by DeFera. Still was able to get the puck free to the far side. Now it's cycled to right. Up high, taken off the puck by Giandoli, was Pocantesta. It's dumped in just the same, now cleared out by Felice. Races on for it to the NYU goal. Salisbury bats the puck up the near boards into the control of Aiden Wright. Greg Giandoli, the lone wolf on this Delaware forecheck. Jandoli working hard to keep the pressure on Pocantesta. And now on right, whose headman pass sails past the reach of Doherty through the neutral zone to the far corner of the Delaware end. It's knocked loose. Penalty has expired. Niski comes out. He served the extra minor, and Mazzella got drilled to the far wall after gaining the NYU zone. We're inside the final 5 minutes now. Sidoriak and Peck scrap for the puck behind the Delaware net. It's knocked to the near side, chased down by Ostrander, but countered by Williamson. Thrown net front by Williamson. Ponicello says no, sir. Good lost his footing after fielding the rebound. Williamson steals. He tries to set up Peck with a backdoor pass, but the puck sails the length of the ice the other direction. We're down to the final 4 minutes and 20 seconds of regulation. NYU with a 3-2 lead over Delaware, so says the scoreboard to our left. Jake Nema stops in the far corner after the Hens reset. Up high to Chuma, long-range shot blocked by the skate of Mac Bryce. Chuma could not maintain the zone, however Nema could, trailing to the point. He gets it back from Good, shovels it in toward Felice in the slot, but he was double-teamed there, and out come the Violets once again. The advance of Scott Mulligan, foiled at the Delaware blue line by Chuma, dumping the puck in, and the clearing attempt from Reagan Warts, well behind his own goal line, ends up in the netting, out of play over the near glass, and that gives us a break in the action with 3 minutes and 48 seconds to go. Delaware with a 3-2 deficit. They trail NYU in their fourth meeting of the season, and now NYU will take a timeout. We'll take a very quick one here on Delaware Hockey Night. It is 3-2, Violets with the lead. Back with the end of this very thrilling hockey game momentarily.
A strong first impression is crucial in today's fast-paced world. With decades of experience in print, digital, and broadcast media, the DHN Media Group is uniquely equipped to make your brand's first impression a memorable one. To learn about writing and editing services, web and graphic design, social media consultation, multimedia production, and more, visit www.dhnmediagroup.com.
Welcome back into the Sky Rink at Chelsea Piers, home of the New York City Cyclones, also home to the NYU Violets, who have just concluded their timeout with 3 minutes 48 seconds to go in regulation and a 3-2 lead to try to protect over the Delaware Blue Hens. Hens with an attacking zone face-off. Ponicello stays in for the meantime. Felice overpowered by Richards in the attacking zone draw to the left of Salisbury. Felice tries to break up the advance of the NYU Violets, ultimately does, and forces an icing. Pocantesta from his own blue line fires the puck off the near boards in behind the Delaware goal line, where Ivan Sidoriak was all alone, the only blue hen to be seen for quite some space. Will Zimmer to take the draw for Delaware. At the far circle, leaves it to Redgate at the far wall. Wright takes the puck away, caroms it behind the net, around to the near side. Will Zimmer holds the point, shot from long range, blocked by Ritchie up into the back glass. Ritchie gets taken down by Zimmer at the far blue line. And we've got a man down in the far corner of the NYU zone. It is Joey Abel, who just got drilled in the corner boards, and he is down supine on the ice. That did not look good. Abel being attended to. Ivan Sidoriak is being shown the gate, and for what, we don't know. Sidoriak with the big hit on Abel, and off he goes with 3:14 to go. I'm not so sure about that, Christian. Christian Brunel, our videographer, for those of you joining us on tape delay on Delaware Hockey Night TV. He's been a big help through the season, and we're grateful for the fine work that he's done in the nights that he's been relegated to the press box. So Sidoriak's night was cut 194 seconds short. Chris Mazzella, reading his body language, not pleased with the explanation he got from Mr. Lax. Yes, that is his name. Sidoriak was given 5 in game. For his hit on Abel. So a major power play will bring this game to its conclusion, with NYU up 3-2 and up a man for the remainder of it. Unless, of course, they commit a penalty in the final 3. Mazzella, Niski, Chuma, Good. We'll keep an eye on Ponicello if the Hens are able to make anything happen. Head contact was the ruling on Sidoriak for the 5 in a game. Tacone from the left point tried to set up Donovan, but his net front tip sailed wide to the far corner. Puck trapped by Good, lofted to Chuma. Chased down by Hulser, but held in at the near point by Tacone. 2 minutes, 15 seconds to go. Mulligan trying for the hat trick in the mid slot. Hit Ponicello square in the chest protector. Here's Hulser trying for a breakaway. He was bothered. Niski lost his footing chasing down the puck in the far corner. And back the other direction. Off a near breakaway chance come the NYU Violets. Centering pass from Bryce in the near corner results in a Parker Richards 35-foot wrist shot, but it ends up in the glove of Ponicello with 1 minute and 46 seconds to go. NYU with a 3-2 lead. Hulser in for the draw to the left of his netminder Chris Ponicello, and Skip Redgate chases the puck down into neutral territory. Hulser brings it back in, shot from the top of the right circle, batted away by Salisbury far side. He was able to wait for DeFerris to get onside just in the nick of time. Back up the right wing boards comes Parker Richards for NYU. He gets tied up in the far corner by DeFerris once again. Left to Skip Redgate. Head man pass to Ferris. Another 2-on-2 for Delaware. We're down to the last 75. DeFerris' shot from the left half wall, plus about 10 feet wide. Hulser rebound chance. He lost the puck in the slot, and it's wristed free once again by Parker Richards. We're down to the final minute. Ponicello he's not out. He comes back into the crease. As in neutral territory, Orn floats the puck in behind the Delaware goal. Chased down by Donovan, trying to put a little more icing on this NYU cake, but he was kept behind the net by DeFerris. Once again, Bryce in the corner. Tried to set up Wirtz at the dot. Pass broken up. Now Ponicello heads off as Mazzella takes aim from the left dot, but he's robbed by the outstretched left-handed glove of Adam Salisbury with 32 seconds to go here in regulation. NYU with a 3-2 lead, and now Delaware takes their timeout. We'll do the same on Delaware Hockey Night. It's 3-2 NYU over the Hens. Back with the conclusion of this thriller from the Big Apple after this timeout.
Colonial Motors, a fixture in the automotive industry in Delaware for over 25 years, is here to help you find your next vehicle with solutions to fit every purpose and budget. Hassle-free financing, competitive trade-ins, and a full service department make Colonial Motors the premier option for your next pre-owned car. Visit one of 3 convenient locations in central Delaware, Townsend, Smyrna, and Camden, or browse their vast inventory online at colonialmotorsinc.com.
Just over a half minute to go from Chelsea Piers in New York City. NYU 3, Delaware 2. NYU power play continues for another 2 minutes and 16 seconds. However, with the Delaware net empty, we're looking at 5-on-5 play for all intents and purposes. Niski, Mazzella, DeFerris at the left point. Good and Emmerich complete the quintet of hands-on. Puck stolen from Niski below the net. Hacked down by Good as it was cleared up the near boards by Rosales. Down to the final 10. One last chance for Delaware. DeFerris up ahead the left side, chased down by Niski. It's taken away from him by Wartz. Emmerich to Mazzella, last chance, 3 seconds to go. The empty netter misses. This is an icing. A tenth of a second remains. It should be about 2, I would think, at the point that the puck crossed the goal line. Niski wants some time added to the clock, and we'll see what we get. Clock right now reads a tenth of a second. Waiting for it still to be reset as it was taken down to zeros. It should be about 1.5 to 2 seconds if our eyes in the press box didn't deceive us. Hens with one last chance. Off the icing. Chabelli's got to come over and work through the proceedings. There should be time on the clock as a result of the icing being blown late. 1 second has been given. Last chance shot. Niski couldn't get it in from the dot. And the New York University Violets complete their weekend sweep of Delaware by a tally of 3-2. A sour taste for sure in the Blue Hens' mouths after this one. The missed goal call, the Sidoriak major. And this Delaware side will have 2 chances left to rebound as they take on Syracuse at Kennedy Ice Pavilion next weekend. The NYU Violets improved to 10-12-2. Delaware drops to 20-14-1. Adam Salisbury with his 4th win on the season. Made the key saves he needed to make. Got the help in front of the paint that he needed. And the Violets absolutely earned their weekend sweep of the Blue Hens as they come to salute the Chelsea Piers crowd. Once again, 3-2, New York University over Delaware. This has been Delaware Hockey Night, a copyrighted production of the DHN Media Group. Thanks for your company tonight. We'll do it again in terms of college hockey in 2 weeks for the Eastern States Collegiate Hockey League Championship and the whole postseason tournament too from Iceline and Westchester. If you can't make it, we'll be there with all the action for you. James Witherite signing off. Have a great night. We'll do it again real soon.
Thank you for tuning in to Delaware Hockey Night. a copyrighted production of the DHN Media Group. Visit DEHockeyNight.com for the complete broadcast schedule, along with news and notes on all things hockey in the First State.